Hey guys, it's Jake. Hope you enjoyed that little experiment there. I'm actually recording this bit on a different day, hence the change of clothes. I was in the middle of editing this video, and then I realized that this section was entirely out of focus, so rather than make you guys sit through that, I decided I would just reshoot it. This whole thing kind of started because I wanted to try and see what an open tuning would sound like on an H string. I figured that with the extended range on an H string, open tunings would be, well, just like perfect for it. So I went digging on some forums of other people who had similar ideas, and all the ones I found seemed to be a little bit not great. A lot of the ones that I found either sounded weird, had a lot of weird tension on the strings, or just weren't great. A lot of them that involved heavily detuning the bottom two strings were also very muddy sounding, so they weren't really great for what I wanted. But then I also thought about some of the other alter tunes that I'd heard of, and then I thought of, well, wait a minute, if I just drop down these two strings at the bottom to D and A, which is just a step down, then tune that to DADGAD, I would have essentially like DADGAD with an extra DA at the bottom, an extra D and A. So yeah, and that's how I decided to do DADGAD on an H string. It's a pretty natural extension of the normal DADGAD on the 6 string. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool tuning to mess around with. I think that it really lends itself well to doing big open chords on the higher strings while switching between chugging on the lower strings and doing root notes on the lower strings. It does have a little bit of a similar problem to what other open H string tunings have, which is that the bottom two strings tend to be a bit muddy and either inaudible or clash with other notes in full chords, so I find that it is better just for jumping between. I also think that this tuning lends itself really well to tapping. You just get a lot of octaves and really just pleasing ethereal intervals with that stuff without having to move your hand too much, so it makes tapping a lot easier and lets you switch between low chugging and tapping fairly easily. And yeah, I just think it's a cool tuning. So yeah, that's really all that there is for this video. I found a cool tuning for the H string and thought I'd make a video on it because I think the song I did for it turned out pretty good. So yeah, that's about it. If you guys have any cool open tunings that you like to use for an H string, or any cool alternate tunings that you like to use for an H string, you should leave them down in the comments below because I want to try out more of these, because I think the H string really lends itself well to alternate tunings just because of how many strings it has. Each one can do something different. That's what strings do, Jake. Alright, that does it for me. If you like the song, leave a link to my band down in the description below. If you want to follow me on social media, I'll leave a link to that in the description below as well. And yeah, until next time, guys, have a good one.